plug in the power supply, the green power indicator light will be on. After connecting the water pipe, turn on the tap and water will flow in. We can hear the sound of water inflow. The water inflow process usually takes about 3 to 5 minutes. If we use it for the first time, we need to measure the required concentration. We can see several frequently used concentration ratios. Usually 1000 cubic centimeters, 100 G, or 1000 cubic centimeters, 160 G. This is a rough concentration ratio. If using it for the first time, you need to adjust the concentration you need. Then we open this lid. Measure the single-time powder output and water intake. The output of milk powder is fixed, while the output of water is controlled through the valve. During the debugging process, this cover needs to be removed. We add the lamb milk replacer powder and pour it into the bucket. We can hear that the sound of water inflow has stopped. After the water inflow is completed, turn on the heating switch. The third one is the heating switch. Adjust the required temperature with a rotary knob. This is 0 degree, turn it clockwise to 40 degrees, which is the maximum temperature. The red heating light is on. After the heating is completed, the heating light will be out. After the heating light is out, it will take about 3 to 5 minutes for the water temperature to rise. About 5 minutes later, the heating is completed and the red light goes out. We start to do debugging. Measure the single-time output of milk powder firstly. Prepare a cup and a gram scale in advance. Start running now. Before running, we need to know the basic operations. The first one is the power switch, and the second one is the conveyor switch. Turn on the power switch. There is nothing at the first startup. Turn on the power switch, water will flow in at the front, but the milk powder will not come out. Turn on the conveyor switch, the milk powder will come out. Firstly, turn on the power switch to see the effect. The water inflow has been started. Control the single-time water output through valve. The cover is closed now, and water cannot flow down. In order to do debugging now, we remove two first, so that the water can flow down. We test the single-time water output and release the water. We just calculated that 164 G water is needed. A bit water is wasted, then calculate how much water there is. One cup weighs 239 G, and 2 cups weigh approximately 480 G. The water is too much now, we need to reduce the amount of water. Turn this valve to the right and close it slightly smaller. Measure this concentration again. Firstly, measure the weight of cup, which is approximately 6 G. Now turn on the power switch and conveyor switch to test the single-time output of milk powder. The output of milk powder is 53.6 g, which is 47 g, minus the weight of cup. Convert the required amount of water. If based on 1000 cubic centimeters, 100 g, approximately 470 g of water is needed. By adjusting the single-time water output to 470 g through the valve, we can achieve the concentration as required. Now measure the single-time water output. Prepare 2 water cups for testing. Turn off the switch for conveying milk powder when measuring the water. Turn on the switch and measure the single-time output of water. Turn off the power switch when the water output is stopped. Need to wait for a while. The previous calculation is that 470 g water is required, but now it is 260 g, which is obviously not enough. We need to turn the valve up before testing again. The water inflow starts again, and turn off the power switch after the water inflow is stopped. Measure the water output again. Now it's over 300 g, still not enough, so need testing multiple times. Continue to turn the valve up for testing. After repeated debugging, it has reached the required concentration. Then we will cover the lid. Covering the lid is beneficial for the insulation of the mixing chamber. After completing the concentration adjustment, do not touch the water valve. Now demonstrate it again. During normal use, the heating and the water pipe are always on. Let's install the pipe that was just removed firstly. While in use, the machine needs to be about 2 m higher than the milk dispensing position so as to facilitate the feeding of the lambs. If only water feeding is needed, just turn on the power switch. If milk feeding is needed, you need to turn on the power switch and conveyor switch together. We can see that when the milk powder and water fall, they are quickly blended through high-speed stirring. If needing animal cubs to eat, different pacifiers can be switched based on different animals. During the eating process, if the food is not enough, it will be automatically increased. We can demonstrate it. If the food is not enough, it will be increased again. The output of milk powder and water is same as the last time, and they are quickly stirred and blended again. So the concentration that the cubs eat in their mouths is also consistent. The demonstration operation is over.